Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. Well, we have a bit of audio from Jennifer Soto's interview with detectives. I believe it's like the next day, the 27th, I believe, of February. And it's not at the police station. Now, I do want to state right out front, this is from courtesy of Grizzly True Crime. She's the one who got a hold of the audio, so please do check her out. I will link to her channel in the information of this video if you already have not checked her out and subscribed. So without further ado, let's jump into Jen Soto's initial interview with detectives with Orange County.
The time is 23:32 hours. Gonna speak with Jennifer Soto. Hey, Jennifer. I haven't introduced myself. My name's Myra Taglo. Okay, I'm a detective with the sheriff's office. Do you mind if I talk to you? Do you mind if we talk over there by the car? That's fine.
Yeah, where? Inside the house?
In the car.
Yeah. Our car?
Yeah. I have a question too before we get started. Somebody said something like somebody in here has a gun. Is that a true statement or a false statement?
That's a true statement.
Okay, where is this gun at right now?
It is upstairs in the guest bedroom.
It's not like in any of these cars out here.
No, I don't believe so. I think it's upstairs in the guest bedroom. Bedroom number 4. It's got a number 4 on it.
Okay, how certain are we of that?
I think it's odd that they had numbers on their doors. Remember we kept hearing about the number 4? So from what I believe that's the room that Stephen Stearns was in with Maddie. And that's where the tripod was found. And all that sort of awful things. But the living situation, I mean, we thought it was crazy enough hearing that Maddie slept with Stefan, her mom, and every variation of that. But then to find out that they had 2 roommates. I mean, it just, to me, it just got weirder and weirder.
As far as I know, the gun is inside upstairs. I haven't heard of it being in the car.
Okay. Let me just move my purse.
If you want to take driver.
I could be incorrect. I'm not sure.
If you want to start the car and just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Let me make this. I know it's not the most comfortable, but at least you won't be cold over here.
Yeah. I get cold super easy.
Yeah, I get I'm the same way, so I understand.
Okay, so I'm not sure if he introduced himself, but his name is Luis Acosta. Okay. We both work for Orange County Sheriff's Office. So I understand you spoke with the other guy earlier with Detective Frank Hunt. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We have officially taken over the case, okay? So
Are you guys with Kissimmee?
No, we're with Orange County. It's just a different unit.
Oh, okay. What unit are you with?
We're with sex crimes.
Okay.
Red flag, we are with sex crimes. I mean, don't you think that bells and whistles and all that stuff should be going off to Jen right now? But Jen's either oblivious or I don't know.
It's just because of her age and is why we take over. Does that make sense? I know it's kind of confusing, but like we have like different rules in Orange County, and depending on like people's age We sometimes take over investigation when it comes to missing persons. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, when you talked to him earlier, I kind of got like a brief synopsis of what happened. I understand you have a new job.
Yes.
Okay, and if I say anything that's incorrect, please correct me, okay? You have a new job, and last night you asked them to go sleep upstairs because you wanted to get rest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What time was this? Do you remember? It doesn't have to be like exact time, but like just. Oh, and then yesterday she had her, or Sunday she had her birthday party, right?
Sunday she had her birthday party.
Okay, what time was that party at?
It started at 3 o'clock.
Okay, from 3 to what time?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I was at work.
Oh, okay, you weren't there.
But I know my sister was home around 8:30.
Was Stefan here at that time?
I'm not sure if he was here at the time, but I think he got here a little bit after. And he was like, okay, she was already doing what she was supposed to. She had taken her nighttime meds, and she was getting ready for bed, like taking a shower. She'd take showers at night. So he's like, okay, she was already on it. I didn't get home until, I'm going to say 10:30.
Okay.
And then at 11, I sent them to bed.
Did Stefan make it to the party?
No.
Okay. And then once you get here, you said you sent her to bed at 11. And the following morning, well, I'm sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. You send them upstairs, right? How many bedrooms are upstairs?
3.
Okay. Where?
In bedroom number 4.
Okay. And what about Stefan?
Bedroom number 4.
Okay. Is it normal for both of them to sleep in the same room?
Sometimes. When I really need a good night's sleep, I will send them upstairs. But when, also a lot of times we will sleep together in the king size bed, all 3 of us. Or sometimes Stefan will go upstairs and in our bed alone. So it just really depends on what's going on that night with our schedules and what we're doing.
Okay, where were you sleeping?
You know, she doesn't even seem bothered or feel like it's wrong that her tween, well, now she just turned 13 at this point, but her young daughter, middle school age daughter, is sleeping in the same bed with her boyfriend. She just acts like, oh, we just sleep in the same bed, or she sleeps with him, Like, it's totally normal and typical for anyone. I mean, that's anything but normal and okay.
Downstairs in the king size bed.
Okay. Is it just you two here? Well, you guys have a roommate, right?
We have 2 roommates, and one of the roommates has a son who's here like a little bit more than half the week.
So what rooms do you guys use?
The room downstairs, the master bedroom downstairs, and room number 4.
Okay. So it wasn't last night. It was the night before. Stefan slept in bedroom number 4 and you slept downstairs.
Yes.
In the master. Okay. What time did you wake up?
I'm going to say around 8 o'clock in the morning, Stefan came into the room and was trying to put the leash on the dog. Somewhere between, I'm going to say somewhere between, he came into the room somewhere between 8 and 8:15. He came in to put the leash on the dog, and I got up to try to help him because my dog is kind of a nervous dog and I didn't want him to pee on the bed. So we wrangled him, put him on his leash, and he said, go back to sleep. And I said, okay. So I laid back and went back to sleep.
Okay.
I heard people in the kitchen. I'm not sure exactly who was in the kitchen. As far as I know, I came downstairs to get ready in her. So she's got She's kind of got a bedroom in the living room. If you go, if you go into the apartment, you'll see there's like a.
This whole living situation that Jen had with her daughter, and there were apparently 2 roommates. Those, to me, not necessarily too odd if she was renting out rooms. You know, and in this day and age, people do have to rent out room or rooms to pay the bills. But the whole arrangement when it comes to Stefan is anything but typical or remotely, I mean, it's just absurd. And the fact that they were broken up supposedly, and then he came back the weekend that she was having her birthday party, and that Jen just started some new job. I mean, again, the way that Jen lived, it's just really strange. You know, the more you hear about it.
One of those fake walls, separating half the bedroom. She's got like a desk with a bedroom and a TV and a dresser. But she'll hang out there during the day, but she never sleeps there. She always sleeps with me, and then the rare occasion upstairs. But most of the time it's with me.
Okay. Did you see her on Monday morning?
Visually see her? No.
Did you hear her?
I heard many people in the kitchen. I'm not sure if it was my roommate or her specifically.
Okay, is your roommate a male or a female?
Female.
Okay.
See, this is where some of the truth started slipping out. Because remember, she told the initial officers, the deputies, that she saw her before she went to school and allegedly knew what she was wearing. So the deception and lies that come out of Jen's mouth, it just keeps coming.
They're both females.
When was the last time you physically saw?
Wednesday, 11 o'clock. I'm sorry. Sunday, 11 o'clock.
Sunday when you sent her to bed?
To bed.
Okay. And then when you woke up, you said you woke up briefly because Stefan went in there. Did you go back to sleep?
Yes.
What time did you get up?
Let me see if I actually have my alarm set.
How does she not know what time she got up? It's interesting to me how, if you know the truth, if you would know your timeline. Obviously, maybe not down to the minute, or there's sort of a window there, but I mean, you kind of know approximately what time you get up. I mean, I realize she just works a new job. She started a new job. She, had some doctor's appointment. But if she had a doctor's appointment to get blood work or whatever the heck she was doing, I mean, you would think that she would have an idea when this detective asks her what time you got up that morning. But she doesn't.
No, I don't have the specific day on there. Let me check something real quick. I'm pretty sure I woke up around 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I left at 9:30.
I had an appointment.
I had a doctor's appointment at like 10:15. But they took a while. And then by the time they did my blood work and whatever, I think I got home somewhere between 11 and 11:15.
Okay. When you got back, was Stefan here?
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah.
What was he doing?
Just sitting in my room. At my computer desk on his phone.
Okay. What did you guys do?
We chatted for a little bit. I asked him what had happened because he had called me earlier at 10. Let me see.
Again, I don't know what time 10. I'm not sure. All these hesitations and, let me check my phone. these long pauses, very suspicious to me.
Pretty sure he called me around 10:18.
What did he call you for?
To let me know, that they didn't go to McDonald's as planned. He had asked her multiple times if she wanted to stop at McDonald's, because that was the plan the night before, that they were going to wake up early. He was going to take her to McDonald's, do like a special McDonald's breakfast, and then drop her off at school early because she wanted to get there a little early.
This is where she pauses to remember the story that Stefan told her, to make sure she was repeating to these detectives. That's my opinion.
But on his way to school, she was very sleepy and wanted to sleep in the car. And she said she did not want to do McDonald's. She just wanted to be dropped off.
Okay.
Also to let me know that he left his phone at home, because I had called him multiple times and he hadn't picked up. He had left his phone at home by accident. He had went to the vape shop, but they didn't open on time, so he had waited for quite a while in front of the vape shop. They didn't open, so he left and came back and we hung out a little bit, and then I think he left again to the vape shop to...
Here she is again, telling the story that Stefan told her to repeat. Oh, yeah, he called me, because he wanted to tell me everything that he was doing that morning, which he really wasn't doing, but he was going to tell the cops that he was doing later on when they asked him lots of questions, so he needed to make sure that I knew the story. Yeah. No. Bull crap, Jen. Bull crap.
Go buy what he needed.
Okay.
Do you want the name of the vape shop?
Yes. If you have it at the top of your mind, I'm sure we're going to talk again soon, and we'll have more.
No, I'm just saying because that might be helpful if you want to see like surveillance or anything.
If they want to do surveillance or anything, well, if he dropped off your daughter earlier, came home and y'all BS'd for a while, or he even dropped her off before he initially went to the vape shop, why would this surveillance mean anything, Jen? Oh, do you need the name? Because maybe you need to look at the surveillance. Odd.
Okay, so at some point I understand he gets like a flat tire and he's not able to go with you to pick school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when you get to the school, how do you realize that she wasn't there?
So I went to go, I usually leave around 2:30 to pick her up. She gets out of school at 4. So I wait it takes me about 25 minutes to get to the school, and then I wait about an hour for her to get out. I waited the whole time, and then when the bell rang and then it was time for her to come out, she wasn't one of the first kids like she normally is. And I realized I was holding up the line because everyone behind me had children, and they needed to get out because I was the first in line. So after about, I'm going to say, I think it was like 4:10, she didn't come out and I was holding up the line, so I drove away. I said, maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up that day, because I don't know if she knew that I wasn't working that day.
She knows the times. I always go pick her up about, and then I wait an hour. Why is it that you know what time you pick up your daughter typically? And also, why is it that you wait an hour for her? The whole pickup story really has always hit me. It rubs me the wrong way completely.
But I had assumed that she thought, she knew that I was going to go get her. So because she never came out, I left and I went. She works less than, let's say it's like a 3-minute drive from the school. It's very close. She works in the Hunters Creek Villages area. I drove that way, and I drove along the path that she would walk, and I didn't see her. And then office, I asked, "Hey, has she gotten here yet?" They said no, and I said, "Okay, let me wait a little bit." And I parked back again on Hunters Park Lane, I think, and I waited along that lane to see if I would see her walking, and I didn't see her walking. And it was about 4:30, 4:35. At this point, she should have. So I went back to the office, and then I was like, "Is she here yet?" No, she hasn't gotten here. And I said, "Okay, hold on. Let me see." I called her best friend, and I was like, "Hey, are you?" I don't know if I told her I was picking her up from school today or to walk to the office, but I don't see her anywhere. And she goes, "No, she never came to school today. She didn't come to first or second period." And I said, "What do you mean? We dropped her off close to school. She should have walked to school." She goes, "No, she never made it to any of her periods." And I said, "Can you please check with your other friends in your other classes to see if she ever made it?" She got back to me and said no. At this point, I started to panic because I realized something was wrong. I emailed one of her teachers, a few of her teachers actually, and one of them responded to me. He said she didn't make it to his period at all, and he checked all her other classes, and she didn't make it to school at all. That's when I knew something was.
Again, she has times, she knows times about when she's supposed to pick up Maddie, and then when she apparently went to her mom's office, and then she doesn't know these other times. So you either know the roundabout time, Jen, or you don't.
She should have walked to school. She goes, "No, she never made it to any of her periods." And I said, "Can you please check with your other friends in your other classes to see if she ever made it?" She got back to me and said no. At this point, I started to panic because I realized something was wrong. I emailed one of her teachers, a few of her teachers actually, and one of them responded to me. He said she didn't make it to his period at all, and he checked all her other classes, and she didn't make it to school at all. That's when I knew something was truly wrong. And I'm before that email or after that email, but I started panicking and freaking out because she should have been to school. She should have made it.
And then I understand she forgot her phone, right?
Yeah.
Is it common for her to not have her phone?
Yes. She's got ADHD. She's super forgetful. She doesn't even. She never realizes that she's in the shower for a whole hour. She loses track of time. She's very.
And then you guys went looking for her, right?
Yes.
Where did you look? Like, did you drive somewhere? Did you walk? Like, where did you go look for her?
Okay. So, after her best friend called me, actually, or I talked to her best friend on the phone, I went back to the school to see, let me check her official attendance. Let me see what's going on. They were already closed. Nobody was at the school. So I searched by backtracking into the school and then coming back out and seeing that there were no kids at the school at all. So then I drove office. Everything was driving. And then I think that response from her teacher at that point. But,
Did you come back to the apartment at any point yesterday once you realized she was missing?
Stefan was at home waiting for us to get back. And then when I told him something was wrong, she never made it to school, he completely hauled it back to me. And then we all stood there waiting for the cops to show up, and they didn't show up till like 7:30.
We all stood there and waited for the cops, and they didn't show up till like 7:30. And backtracking to you allegedly looking for her, maybe you drove around the school and up and down that street, but I don't think you did much else, Jen. But getting to the waiting around for the cops, so you guys just stood there at your mom's office and tweedled your thumbs, picked your nose, whatever, and really didn't look for Maddie. That's pretty much how I understood it. And I know she does explain that other family and friends did look for her. But from far as we understand and know, I mean, Mom never really looked for her, and I don't think Stefan did much either. So that is very strange. Hell, I don't have kids, but I have animals. I have pet children. If my pet was missing, I personally would be looking for him. Okay? So this is your baby, your child, your daughter. So you're just going to stand there and just wait for the cops and not do anything? Yeah, that's totally odd. Very, very suspicious behavior.
It took them a while to respond. I think they were looking for other missing kids around the area too. But yeah, no, we did not come back home until we were done with the police. We were done with everything. There was nothing else for us to do except come back.
Where
home.
was her phone when all of this was happening?
With me.
How did you get the phone if you never came back here?
I took it with me to go pick her up from school. I was going to give it to her when she got in the car and be like, listen, you forgot your phone again, and let her play on it. I'll do that sometimes when she forgets that I bring the phone with me and I just give it to her afterwards. But I had brought it with me to go pick her up from school.
Okay. And you works where?
I'll get you the address exactly.
Yeah. And then, did you at any point check her phone out while you had it?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Actually, I started looking, but I could not concentrate on reading anything. I was too panicked and too worried. I handed the phone to my sister. She's the one, and my niece. They both started going through her texts. I saw her texts. Nothing seemed weird. No weird random people. Everyone is someone I was familiar with or had heard about. They checked.
She was too nervous, too upset to look at her daughter's phone. She was too nervous, too upset to go look for her daughter. She was too upset to do a damn thing. Because she didn't even call 911. It wasn't her. Other members of her family called 911. She is full of crap.
Checked her Roblox. They checked her Discord. I checked her Discord as well. There was nothing weird. One of the police officers taught me to look at deleted text messages. We looked at those as well. They were random text messages deleted. They weren't anything.
Do you remember where you were when you were looking at her phone?
Yes.
Which is where?
Let me see. Is it okay if I call her?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll get the exact address.
And then while she answers, were you guys, when you guys were looking for her, did you guys keep looking for her in the Hunters Creek area or somewhere else?
Hunters Creek area.
Okay. Did you guys come back here at any point?
No.
What time did you guys come back home?
Hold on a second.
Jen's behavior, I mean, we don't get to see her because this is just audio, but just the way she's so nonchalant and, oh yeah, I don't know, and it's just her, the way she speaks is just, this does not sound like a traumatized, upset mother whose daughter has either run away, kidnapped, what have you. None of the above. Doesn't sound like that at all.
What time did we come back? What time did we come back? That was a very good question.
she knows the time she allegedly goes to pick up her daughter, and when she's looking for her daughter between the middle school and her mom's work, but she doesn't know other times. So again, that's because this is all crap. Okay, this is all made up. It's all garbage.
I was gonna say it was like somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock p.m.
Did you guys go back out after that?
Stefan went back out.
And this was last night, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where was after this?
With me.
Okay. Did you leave the house at any point with her phone after this?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
From what we saw, she had the phone when they were waiting for the cops at mom's office. So she had it there. I don't know if they took the phone from her at that point or if they brought it back to the house. That I don't know. But yeah, Stefan, he went back out. And they've got evidence that he went back out. They know all about where he went and where he's been that particular day, the days after. Yeah, they knew where both of those vehicles have been.
What? No, I think it's been home all day today too.
It's been home all day today?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
What time did the police take her phone?
Oh, just kidding. Yeah, they took it. I don't have it anymore.
Just kidding? Just kidding? Who the hell says that to detectives? Oh, just kidding. They took the phone. Okay, this is not funny. This is not a laughing situation. Your middle school 13-year-old daughter is missing. But you're throwing out, just kidding. Very, very, very odd choice of words, in my opinion.
And I've made so many phone calls today and seen so many people today that I
Was it
don't know.
light out or dark out?
It was light out. It was
still
Detective
light.
Hunt still yeah, it was during the daytime.
And then but other than that, her phone was here all day.
In the morning, yes.
Did you guys take the phone anywhere other than when Detective Hunt took the phone?
I think it's been home all day. Yeah.
Long, drawn out pauses. Wow. I mean, how hard do you have to think? I mean, the phone was either with you at home or with law enforcement at that point, Jen. I mean, it's not like it's, come on. It's easy questions here. They're not asking you to think that hard.
I don't think I left the house with it.
Okay. Did Stefan have access to the phone?
I'm sorry, I took my medicine, so I feel a little species.
Oh, that's a good excuse right there. Did Stefan have access to the phone? She's like, oh, I just took my medicine, so I'm kind of spacey. So this is really hard stuff. I mean, I have to remember the story, that where I'm supposed to be following, and damn, I'm forgetting all the details. So hang on a second here, guys. Here, let me give you a good excuse, because I just took my drugs.
I think I've had it with me. I think it's been with me.
Okay. Did you go through her phone today?
Yes.
Okay. Where was that at?
Here.
And what were you looking for at that time?
To see if there was anything else. What we couldn't access on Monday night was Roblox. So my niece came over and logged into her Roblox and checked out messages. But then they were also, my sister was also looking through her phone to see if there was anything.
Here at the house?
Yes.
And that was today?
Yes.
Okay, do you guys have her account information as far as like her iCloud and all that stuff? Or is it just on her phone?
I've had a hard time logging into it before when I was trying to get her a new phone. So I'm not sure if I can log in to her iCloud. But I think it's all on her phone.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because they took the phone and they downloaded it, right? They can see like if somebody tries to access her accounts and stuff like that. So if you guys do have access to anything, if you guys can refrain from like logging back in.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So it doesn't look like if she tries to like access her accounts from like somewhere else, that way we can track that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So they're asking if you can, just try not logging into any more of her accounts so that when he's going through the phone, it doesn't look like she's trying to log on from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything else that they wanted us to clarify?
Did you find the address to your...
Sorry, let me call her again.
Or what's the name of it?
Oh, if I could remember her business name, I don't know.
What kind of business is it?
It's an insurance business. I think Advanced Insurance something group.
And then I know that you've been with us for the most part of the day, right?
Yes.
We have, I want to say maybe like 40 people out here, okay? Between us and Kissimmee. And we're all, going to be working basically overnight and throughout the day tomorrow until we... Okay? Tonight, what we're going to do is, I know we already secured your house, right? We asked everybody to leave. So, another thing that I'm going to ask is if you guys can find somewhere else to stay for the night, because we're going to have Kissimmee out here at your apartment for the rest of the night, because the people that come and like take pictures and all that other stuff are not going to respond until the morning. Okay, so nobody can go into the house for the rest of the night until the house gets, we need to take pictures and do other stuff with the house. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
And unfortunately, because you guys have such a big apartment, it's not something that only one person does. Like, we don't do that, right? We have our forensics unit come out. And it's not something that one person can do by herself. So she has to wait until people come in, because they're on call after midnight, right? So she has to wait for the other people to come in the morning, and then they're all going to come in as a unit and try to get it done as quick as possible.
Okay. I need to go back into the house. I have medication that I have to take in order to be like normal. Is there a possibility that I can go back in there and get my meds?
Yes. Give me a few minutes, and then we'll try to figure out how we can get your medication. Okay, but that's something that...
Medication so I can be normal. I don't think even medication is going to make you normal, Jen, but I don't know.
That we can definitely get. Okay? Does it make sense what I'm telling you?
Yes. I just don't know what we're gonna do about finding a place to go, but okay.
And then, because last in Stefan's car, we're also gonna tow his car.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything that I'm telling you? Okay, so from now on, it'll probably be me getting in touch with you, okay? Not Detective Hunt. Okay? Okay. Do you understand everything that we discussed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her lack of concern for asking more about what are you doing about my daughter, it blows my mind. she's concerned about her medicine. She's concerned about where she's going to stay, not about her 13-year-old missing child. You know why that is? Because she knows at this point, she knows she's dead. She knows exactly what happened at this point. That's exactly what I believe.
Can I get your direct number?
Yes. And job address, if I remember it correctly, is 13550 Village Park Lane, Suite 125. In Orlando, Florida.
That's in Hunters Creek. Hunters Creek, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Village Park Drive, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
And 13550.
Yes.
Is that like an apartment complex?
It's a business building? I don't know. It's a building with a lot of business and offices inside.
When did you say you were there?
I got there around 4. Well, see, I left and came back. So 4:45. I got there, and I stayed until they had left.
Were you there today? Is there phone would be anywhere near that area today?
No, I don't think so. It's been with me. Oh, Detective Hunt went back to that office. I'm so sorry, and he had her phone.
Okay, he had her phone at that time.
Yeah.
Why did he go back to that office?
Because my uncle had walked the path along the trail, and he had found a wallet with not 90, but like credit cards and something that had somebody's state on it. So he went to pick it up to see if it was of any interest.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give you my business card. I'm still here for a little bit longer. I'm going to talk to Stefan one more time. There was like a few things that we needed to clarify with him. And then, we're going to, like me physically, after I get done talking to Stefan, I'm going to try to go get rest, right? Because we're going to continue to do all this.
Yeah.
There's other detectives that are coming from my unit, okay? So, like, there's always going to be somebody here.
Okay.
So just because I physically am not here, don't think that we're not physically working on this. We have a lot of people in our unit, right? So we're taking, like, shifts. And then the people we have violent crimes out here as well. And they're here till 4 in the morning. So I don't want you to think that, like, just because I'm leaving, that we're not still actively working on this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, they are here till 4 in the morning. And then the day shift people that also work violent crimes come in around that same time. So they're going to take over. So, like, we have, like, people working till a certain time and then other people coming and taking over, okay? So, like I said, just because I physically am not here doesn't mean that we're not still working on something. Does that make sense?
Second tackler asked, but yesterday when you guys were out looking, do you remember what time you were out looking till?
So yesterday, I stayed in the office. My family went out searching.
Which office?
13550, yeah.
You stayed until what time?
I'm gonna say somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock. I left and then I came home.
You came straight here?
Yeah.
And then who was out? Your family was out looking?
Yeah, but I think they all stopped actually, I'm not sure. One of my uncles might have kept searching along the trail, but I'm not sure until what time he was out. My dad as well.
What about Stefan?
Stefan went out sometime in the middle of the night and went searching, cruising around to see if he could figure out where she might be.
What car was he driving?
My car.
Was anybody driving Stefan's car?
No, just Stefan.
Stearns went out cruising in her car, allegedly looking for Maddie. Yeah, that's what he was doing.
And what time was he out?
I have no idea. I fell asleep, but I know he drove my car because when I got into it, I said, "Oh, the seats adjusted. Did you drive my car?" He goes, "Yeah. Remember, I said I was going to take a drive tonight to go search for her because he does have like insomnia. He can't sleep at night sometimes, and especially like that's what's going on right now. But I'm not sure what time he may have come in or out. But if you guys look at my gate clicker, you need that to come in the front gate. You can see what times he may have come in and out.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else for you. We're gonna clear some things with Stefan, and then I will let you know before I head out. Okay? Do you promise that everything you said today is true?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, everything you said is true. Wrong. Total BS as far as I'm concerned. Total crap. I'm sure there was some truth peppered in there, but most of it was the story, whatever she and Stefan concocted. Either he concocted and told her, or they concocted together. That's my opinion. But let me know what you guys think of this interview. Again, thanks to Grizzly True Crime. Please do check out her channel if you already do not. We have to share the love with each other, and especially when some of these other creators get the stuff through their FOIA and they get it all set up before we can all get it. So there's a lot out there, and we all have the same goal to put the truth out there and put the facts out there, rather, the evidence, and get justice for Maddie. Alright guys, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and most of all, stay safe.